Alright guys, well, welcome to Erdington, and just taking a walk. Actually, I'm on my way to the dentist. So Erdington is my local place, you could say. So haven't been down here for a long time. I used to frequent Erdington quite a bit back in the day, but just thought I'd do a quick video as I'm walking this way. So it's not looking too bad today. It's a nice fruit shop. I've never noticed that. There must be a new one. African and Caribbean hut. This is Rounds. It's been there for quite a while. Actually, it's really good to know that Max Spillman is there as well. So I might have to pop in there at some point. Haven't really had a good walk down Erdington for a long time, so it's great to just be getting out and having a walk about as such. Although it is a horrible, horrible day. So anyway, I was talking about non-playing characters the other day, and somebody came up with an interesting theory of that, and it's to do with reality. So it was that for anyone that's not familiar with the term NPCs in life, there are people who generally, they don't really have much character. They don't seem to have opinions, don't seem to do very much, don't really seem to say very much. It's almost like there's no existing soul there, and you can't really attribute it to any kind of condition in most cases. They just appear to be sort of like dead from the neck up. It's the old Woolworths as it used to be. And yeah, so non-playing characters are it's an interesting theory that these people just kind of exist on Earth to just kind of fill the gaps, as it would with a video game, which is where the term was coined from video games. Gambling shop. And the thing about what somebody was saying actually about non-playing characters is that perhaps this fruit shop's still there. It's good. Some nice fruit shops down here, to be fair. People were saying about non-playing characters was that basically it was they exist in a fuller form in another dimension. So I'm always open-minded to these things. Always open-minded to new theories about life, because at the end of the day, this can't be it. I don't. A church house now save us. So I don't want to think that I live in a world where this is it. It makes no sense for the world that I live in to be the world that I live in. There has to be more. So always interested by things like about non-playing characters and stuff like that. Now one of these has a blue plaque on. I don't know where it's gone. I might have walked past it. Is it that one over there? So yeah, somebody had a theory that, basically there's different versions of ourselves living in different realities, and that versions of ourselves living in different realities, and that the other different versions of ourselves behave differently. And that is why we encounter these people. It's not like they're dead and they've got no soul. It's just that there's another version of them that's a lot different to them. So I thought that was quite interesting. I would really like to think that there's different. I can't believe there's a sign up there. It's supposed to say mothers, but it looks like somebody's tried to paint over it.
She said, we're there.
So I'm just going to ask somebody actually why they painted over the sign. It's supposed to be a blue plaque celebrating the club that was Mothers, and I can't consider 1968 to 1971. Oh right, I think it's supposed to be silver, but I'm just trying to get the right angle. Sorry, I'm not filming you or anything. I'm just it's yeah. You English?
No English.
All right, that up there. See that sign? Little round sign, right? This, yeah, rock music.
No rock music.
No, but this is where rock music was born in the world. In the world. Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah.
Yes.
He used to play there every night. Led Zeppelin. Right. All of those bands used to play in there.
Super.
Yeah. So it was all across there, and it was like a club, and that's where they came from. All the biggest rock bands in the world.
Very good.
There. So now you know. That's why I'm filming it. Right, onwards. So yeah, it's not very a clear sign. I think it's supposed to be like silver. Maybe there was a blue. I'm sure it was a blue sign to begin with, but I'm sure there's another sign on the wall, but I can't see what's happened to it. Anyway, my dental appointment is in a quarter of an hour. Erdington is actually quite a good place. I mean, there's lots of stuff going on. You know, people do it down bad, but you know, if you're just out to, you know, to do like. Oh, I didn't know there's a bank left, so there is a bank down here, Lloyd's Bank. Oh gosh. York Road. I used to spend many a happy Sunday evening down at York Road. It was nice. Curry house down there. Cheers, thank you. So the only criticism I would say of Erdington is, I mean, it's not like a night spot kind of place, but there's a lot of too many probably chicken shops. They've cut down on the bookmakers quite a bit, and that'll be another video for another day, because I do like to put a football bet on, but I'm kind of reaching crisis point. If anybody has watched my videos in the past, you'll know that, you know, it's my relationship with gambling isn't good, and yeah, and you know, also they could do with less. I mean, I don't mind these shops, you know, fruit shops and stuff like that. It's really, really cool. There's quite a few fruit shops down here, but and actually the fruit is really, really nice. If you ever want decent fruit, come to Erdington. You'll see a lot of videos about how grim this place is, but on the whole, it's actually not too bad. I mean, one of the problems that has dogged Erdington for a while is probably the fact that there's a lot of shoplifting. The police do have a bigger presence here, not all the time, but you know, at times they have a bigger presence here. So this is the end. I don't really kind of come down too much. There's not really a lot for me to see down here. I don't know what Raja Exotics is, but it's probably another. Yeah, I think it's just a general grocery store, that is. Peacocks, I never even knew there was peacocks down here. I'm getting to that age where I look in shops like Peacocks and I was thinking, oh yeah, you know, it's a nice jumper, I might have to buy that. But it's not as bad as I thought, you know, and I don't really kind of take too much. I've not really taken too much notice of this end for a while. You just kind of see it when you're travelling up, but it's not bad. There's a sprinkling of shops. I think maybe, yeah, if it was less chicken shops, I'm not sure actually, I didn't do a count, but of how many hairdressers there was, how many barbers there was, but definitely, yeah, there's the Turkish barbers at the end, but you know, it does feel wholesome when you see so much like fruit, and I know that kind of sounds a bit crazy, but for somebody who's trying to get fit, seeing a vast availability of fruit shops isn't a bad thing for me, because at some point, you know, I mean, I've just started, but getting into the routine of eating stuff, like it's not that easy, you know. You got to break old habits, and yeah, so we've come to the end of Erdington. Over there is the old YMCA, but it's the new YMCA now because they've kind of redone it out and been there for quite a while, to be fair. So there's a lot of chicken shops this end. I don't know how they make any business. I don't know. I mean, I guess a lot of people still do the Deliveroo thing, just eat and order in, but I don't know, man. So Erdington's not too bad, and I'll tell you, yeah, my relationship with, like I said, my relationship with gambling means that I don't really kind of like, for a long time I haven't really enjoyed a lot of life. Seems a bit weird I'm walking down Erdington talking about gambling, but yeah, gambling and non-playing characters. But yeah, I'll do a video about it. I'm going to do an experiment this weekend, and I was thinking about filming it live, but it's to do with a football bet which I've put on, and basically I'll give you a quick detail of what's going on, and I might stop gambling altogether after this weekend, and I'll tell you why. Very simple. It's the company that has taken over a certain company, or the people that have taken over a certain company, they've made it very difficult to win in a fair manner, to cash out in a fair manner. It's almost impossible sometimes when there's no logical reason why they suspend the cashing out of bets. Now ultimately that might backfire on them, especially if you've got a massive win and you can't cash it out and it actually goes through and you actually win a massive amount. And I don't think they'd like that. In fact, I guarantee you that they probably try and prevent you from collecting that in some way. It's just a hunch, but hopefully maybe I'll put it to the test this weekend. And also with football gambling, which is something I've always loved. It fills in gaps. I don't spend all day just kind of watching and stuff, but it runs in the background. It's a bit like bingo for me now, ticking off the scores as they come in, sort of thing. But even with that, with football especially, ever since 2020, they introduced like 5 substitutes, which was crazy. Up from the 3 substitutes. So you get these massive team rotations of nearly half a team during the game sometimes, most times actually. And then on top of that, you've got VAR, so you can be monitoring 4 games. All the teams that you need to score, and then like 5 minutes later, most of those scores have been wiped out by VAR. And for anyone who doesn't know VAR, I mean, your fingernail can be offside, so you know, a finger can be offside in football. It's absolutely crazy. It's one of the things I hate most. And for anyone who's looking forward to the 2026 World Cup, well, here's a bit of a newsflash for you. There's going to be even more VAR apparently. I'm not sure how, why, but there's going to be even more VAR than there is right now. So you're going to see games that are running into maybe 10 minutes per game. So for those 2 reasons, it's made it very difficult to win. Also, since I think the bookmakers are generally being taxed more, so they pass it on to the customer, they lengthen the odds, so you might go from a 1-3 to a 1-5, and so you're not going to be collecting as much. And I've noticed that over the last like 15 years, to be honest. But for me, there's no excuse. I think the time for me to bow out, and I sort of promised myself I'd do this before I was 60. I've cut down a lot, but if I get nobbled on these bets over the weekend, like I have done, I don't mind a level playing field. I'm not happy to lose. I'd rather win, but if I lose, I want to lose like, you know, on a fair basis. So it's not like roulette where it's a game of complete chance. You know, there is some chance. If you've got Liverpool playing Charlton Athletic, you know there's a good chance that Liverpool's going to win. So yeah, this could be the weekend where I finish kind of like betting, and I will do a video about that because I started this particular channel with certain aspirations and videos, and I've had a few times, you know, when life's been kind of really grim. And you know, having walked down Erdington, what I visualise is myself walking down there in the summer, actually really, really enjoying it, spending more time maybe getting fit, making more like little videos, and also just to enjoy stuff without that horrible feeling, that gut feeling of having just lost money in doing something. The time that it absorbs, you know, out of you as well. So that's what I'm going to do. But if a certain bookmaker starts to play games again this weekend, it's happened on the last, you know, 5 times I've betted, at least one bet that's actually looked like it's going to be a winner, and they haven't allowed me to cash out until about 2 minutes from time, when they offer you like 10p or something. So right now, this is what I am going to do, and then hopefully, if I do stop gambling this weekend, then I will just kind of move on to making more videos and just enjoying life a little bit more. You know, it's a grim day today, but I kind of feel like a little bit hopeful about stuff. Mind you, having said that, I'm just about to go into the dentist, so no doubt I will have to pay a lot of money just to get told off about my teeth. So, till next time, guys, take care.